right. Level up, level up. So marriage, where's my music? Come on, you got to get my music, man. Set the tone. You know, we got to be on our Kevin Samuels sometimes. So marriage, in level up segment, we're going to deal with marriage, parenting, and self-improvement. So submit your questions to iuic.newjersey@israelunite.org. So submit your questions to iuic.newjersey@israelunite.org. All right, so let's put the question on the screen. So what is this week's question for Level Up?
When children act up, we punish them by timeout, whippings, take things away that they like, etc. How do we deal with our wives when they act up?
So good question. How do we deal with our wives when they act up? So now, with this question, you have to ask yourself, is this something that you're doing that's wrong, that's causing her to act that way? Or is she just being a demon? Because sometimes we look at it from one perspective and we never look at it from the perspective of maybe there's something that I'm not doing as a man. I'm not operating within my masculinity, and that's the reason why it's bringing these type of behaviors within a woman. So you got to do a twofold examination of yourself, or she might just be the devil the Bible speaks of. Then you have to take other actions if that's the case. But now let's examine the man. Let's examine ourselves, because this is called Man Up Monday. And at the end of the day, brother, you're responsible. At the end of the day, we're responsible for our women. Yes, our women went off, but just like when God went to Adam, he said, it was the woman that you gave me. No, it wasn't the woman. It was your job as a man to guide your wife, to guide your woman, to correct her, to communicate with her when she goes off, because knowing that she's the weaker vessel. Never take the blame since it's the woman. She's a part of you. She's your rib. She's the weaker part of you. So you're supposed to be able to get yourself together. Now, let's start. The question is, are you fulfilling your role and responsibility as a man? Reason why a woman could act up is not taking responsibility as a man. Let's go to Sirach chapter 25, verse 22.
Sirach chapter 25, verse 22.
Come on now.
A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much
Start at
reproach.
verse. Yeah. Okay. Read it again.
A woman, if she maintain her husband.
Now, a woman, if she maintains her husband, what does that mean? I'm not talking about the brother that he lost his job because of a disability, workers' comp. He might have injured himself at the job, or he might have lost his job and he's actually trying. You know, the woman knows him to be a hard-working man. He's not slothful. He's always held down the house. We're not talking about that man that just fall on hard times. We're talking about that slothful, that shiftless, that can't get right, that don't want to do right type of man, that never wanted to do anything or own up to anything of his life, or even doesn't have goals or attributes. Read it again.
A woman, if she maintain her husband.
A woman maintains her husband. If you saw the movie Acrimony, I like to reference that movie often, because the husband had a dream, a plan. She invested it. She married him because she saw the potential. He was smart. He was good looking. But not knowing that his dream was decades down the line. Don't never marry a man because of his potential. His potential has to be action in place, but he has to bring something to the table that's bring some type of substance, sustainability. Because you can't just have the woman take care of the household and there's no equal contribution in terms of the finances. Read it again.
A woman, if she maintain her husband.
If she maintains her husband, she cooks, she cleans, she takes care of the house, she takes care of the baby. She's having sex, she's doing her wifely duties, she's doing all the above, and the husband is on the couch, sitting there scratching and putting his hand to his nose, sniffing, watching Netflix all day, and then complaining. Come on.
If she maintain her husband, is full of anger.
That woman by nature is going to be full of anger. You say the angry black woman. So now let's examine it. Is it self-inflicted anger? Is it anger from the world? Is it anger for trauma? Is it anger for something that you're not doing? You're not holding your responsibility, and she sees that within you. and she just becoming angry. So you got to be able to analyze the anger as a leader in your household. Come on.
Impudent.
She's impudent. Come on.
And much reproach.
And full of much reproach. Come on now.
A wicked woman abateth the courage.
Now, a wicked woman will abate the courage. She will take the courage of a man, take a man's cojones, snatch a man's balls from him, his masculinity. A wicked woman would do that. Come on.
Maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart.
Now, the man might be trying. And you have a wicked woman in the house says, nigga, you can't get a job. You shift you no good. Look at Raheem down the block. He always got money. But Raheem's a drug dealer. He's a scammer. I'm actually trying to work a 9 to 5. I'm trying to provide the right way. I'm not trying to be a part of that lifestyle. And that woman says, yo, why don't you get your money? Why don't you go back to selling drugs? Why don't you go back to scamming? A lot of black women like that too, because they like the fast money. They like the illegal money. They like the quick money. Come on now.
And a wounded heart.
And a wounded heart, come on.
A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress.
So that's that woman. That a woman, if a husband loses his job, if he's going through some depression or anything, the woman's job is to be a pillar of rest and not a pillar of stress. She's supposed to comfort her husband in a time of turmoil, like Anna did to Tobit. She comforted her husband when he had dung smeared in his eyes, or the dropping from the bird's dung went into his eye that made him blind for like 8 years. And she had to take woman's work, and he was upset. He was suffering. He was depressed because he was a hard worker. And she said, where's thy good works? Where's your good work? So that's a righteous woman. A wicked woman's like, nigga, you can't see? He said, why don't you start playing the piano like Stevie Wonder and make some money, nigga, in the subway? Do something with your life. Go out there and beg. Do something. That's what a wicked woman would do. A righteous woman will hold her husband down. Come on.
A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Meaning she's not going to encourage that man. She's going to make weak hands and feeble knees. She's going to make the situation worse than what it already is. Now, let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. Because a man's job, are you doing your role as a husband, brother? Because we counsel many men, and some brothers are shiftless. I'll say it. Some brothers are lazy. You have no goals, no aspiration, no vision. And the woman looking at you, and the sisters coming to IUIC, they see the bishop, the deacons, how they carry themselves, their posture, you know, how they talk, their family, how they're in order, how the wives are being taken care of. The kids are groomed, the kids are in order. And then she sees you. You don't think that has an effect on her? And women naturally are going to measure up against somebody else. Don't allow her the ability to measure up. Allow her to see you as that pinnacle of success as a man, because you're holding it down. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're studying. You're going to Camp 101. You're teaching. Remove all the bullets out of the gun. 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8.
Come on.
But if any provide not for his own.
If any provide not for his own, you're not taking care of the household. Now, I understand it's tough. It's hard. I understand that the job market is not like what it used to. I understand that there's a plot against the Israelite man. A plot against us. They put records on us for petty crimes. Some brothers have a felony, so some of them have difficulties obtaining a good job, a good paying job. And they're trying. We understand some brothers didn't have the proper education or upbringing, so they can't get that blue-collar job or that high-paying job that could be able to provide for the family and have the wife work at home. You don't think that a man doesn't want his wife not to work? Right. Every man within his right mind wants his wife to take care of the children and take care of the household, but that's not the reality today. The reality, the middle class is not even a middle class anymore. Read that again.
But if any provide not for his own.
But you're that lazy brother that's not provided for your own. You get fired because you fall asleep on a job. You come late to work. You're in sin, so the Lord takes away your job. Or you're not doing your responsibility, so you don't have the ability to provide. A man must provide. A man must be responsible. A man must be the provider, the protector. He must be the leader, the guider of his household. Come on.
Especially for those of his own house.
Especially for those of his own house, a man's supposed to provide. Come on.
He have denied the faith.
You denied the faith. You're not even a believer. You're a what?
And is worse than an infidel.
You're worse than a nigga in the world. You're worse than an infidel, the Bible says, because a man is supposed to provide. Why are you born? Why you can't even call yourself a man? Because you could bend your wife over and submit her sexually. But you can't submit her mentally, emotionally. A man that takes care of the household, that provides, that guides her, stimulates a woman mentally, emotionally. It's not all about sex, but it's about responsibility. It's about duties as a man. That turns a woman on in itself as well. She said, damn, look at that man. Damn, look how he goes to work. He comes home, he provides. Man, he's not he spends time with the kids. He teaches us, he guides us. He's holding it down. Man, that's a man right there. I'm telling you, brother, it stimulates a woman's mind mentally when she sees that you as a man is holding it down. Hard work, structure, organized, determined, ambitious, non-wavering. And then you take care of your responsibilities in the congregation on top of that. He says, whoa, I want to produce more gods after him. I want to have that man's baby. I want more replications of that man right there. I want to bring more gods like that God in the world. Brothers, these are the clues. The Bible is the secret to a successful relationship. Get me Matthew chapter 19, verse 5. But some of you brothers says, my woman don't listen to me. I know I had a brother that he tried to put the foot down. He said, she don't listen to me. I told her what to do. Also, Obadiah knows, and certain brothers in knowing here, the brother had a sister from the world that he brought into the truth. And he tried to bring her to submission. Meanwhile, he lives at home with daddy. And he said, she ain't listening to me. She's not submitted. Nigga, what do you have to for her to submit? Right now, she's under her father's house. So why would she submit to you while she's still under her father? There can't be two heads in a relationship. Matthew chapter 19, verse 5. Some of you brothers, your woman don't listen to you because you still live at home, your mom and your daddy. Or you have your woman living with another woman. Bruh. Oh, yeah, I'm taking shots. You have your woman, you talking about why don't she submit? Why don't she listen to me? Well, nigga, your wife is living with another woman and you talking about she ain't listening to me? I wouldn't listen to you. Because you ain't holding it down. You ain't being a man, but you want your woman to listen to you. Well, good luck with that, brother. Scriptures, brother. Let me get the magical potion. Fairy dust. Listen to me, baby. All right. I don't know what world you in. Matthew 19, verse 5. But he wants the woman to listen. I know you know what I'm talking about, too. But she don't listen to me, brother. What? I'm going to put her in punishment and time out. Meanwhile, you have your wife living with another woman with your kids, separating your household, but you want her to listen to you. You must be out your mind. Some of you brothers are crazy.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 5.
Come on.
And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother.
You want to take a woman. The most precious part of her is her body. Now, I'm not saying that that's the only precious part of her, but that's what men like. I'm not going to insist, don't get it wrong. It's like, oh, that's what all men want, is my body. That's a part of it. But, you know, a man wants a wife. A man wants a mother of his children. A man wants an intellectual woman, too. But men are visual. So let's not get it stupid. That's why you wear those BBLs. You walk around with your behind hanging out, your camel toe, and your damn breasts coming out your shirt. Because why? You understand that men are stimulated visually as you are stimulated mentally. So understand the way we were made and stop playing games and stop fronting like you don't know what it is. Read it again.
And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother.
What cause? The cause... Start at verse 4.
Verse 4. And he answered and said unto them, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female?
Come on.
And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother.
This cause shall a man leave father and mother. Come on.
And shall cleave to his wife.
And shall cleave to his wife. Read.
And they twain shall be one flesh.
How do you cleave to your wife? You had to have a place. You have to have a house. Meaning, man leave father and mother. In order to leave father and mother, you had to have a house. But brothers coming up to us asking, hey, can I have listen, I'm ready for a wife. I'm interested in a sister. Well, brother, do you have any money saved up? No. Then what the hell you asking me? Can you have a wife? I'm not. It's our jobs as leaders to protect our women, to protect the sister coming in the world, so she's not taking advantage of from niggas in the world that she dealt with. We're trying to shift the mentality or the perception of the black men, and you're trying to repeat the same narrative that's perpetuated in the world. No, you brothers, if you want to take a sister, make sure you have your shit together. Make sure you have your house together. Make sure you have money in the bank saved up. Make sure you come study. Make sure you know the scriptures. Make sure we know you, because if we don't know you, we don't know what you're battling. We don't know what you're dealing with. You don't have your stuff together financially. You don't know how to balance or organize money. You're not ready for a woman. You just want sex. Marriage is more than sex. Marriage is responsibility. Marriage is the making of a nation. In order to change the nation, you got to change your mind. You better come right. You got to come correct as a man. If you can't come correct, you can't come as a man, don't come at all. Because we're going to reject you, and we're going to tell every sister, don't marry you. I'm burning. Well, burn, baby, burn. There's something called Jergens. Get ready. It's going to be a long winter.
Damn!
Because we're not giving you to nobody until you get yourself together. Because we're not putting our name on none of you brothers. You must be out your damn mind. What do I want? Sirach 29 verse 21 now. You brothers better level up and man up. We ain't playing with you. Now I understand we all got our problems and issues. We're not, this for correction. And it's going to be hard correction. We're not going to be soft with you. We're not going to play with any of you. And look, listen, we all got to correct ourselves, each and every one of us. All of us got problems. All of us got issues that we got to fix. Let's fix it. Let's not make excuses. Sirach 29 verse 21 now.
Sirach chapter 29 verse 21.
Come on.
The chief thing for life is water.
The chief things in life is water. Come on.
And bread.
Bread. Water means water to wash your body. There's a water bill. Water meaning water to quench your thirst. And what?
And bread.
Bread to go into food. You have to be able to provide the chief things of life. Water, bread, food. Come on.
And clothing.
And clothing, meaning you have to provide clothing for your woman. Come on.
And in house to cover shame.
And in house to cover shame. So you want a woman, you want to correct her, but meanwhile, you don't have her in your own house. But you say, how do I correct her? I know this is hurting too. I know this is stinging. It's tough love. Fix it. Step your game up. Come on. In a what?
And in house to cover shame.
In a house to cover shame. You need it. You want to say, damn, look what, yo, it feels good when I say, hey, yo, who paid the bill this week? I have a little thing, because I have a wood burning stove. I come home, they be like, Dad, we cold. I said, yeah, who's cold? They said, we cold. I said, yeah? I said, who wants fire? They said, we do. I said, what's my name? They say, you're the fireman. That's right. I said, that's right. I'm the daddy's a fireman. I'm like, come on, chant my name. Fire, fire. That's what I'm talking about. That gives me pride. That's right. When I say I can even provide heat with wood. That's the pride that I look for as a man. Right. They call me Daddy Fireman. Brother, you should have the pride to say, damn, look at that dress. Now, who made you look like that? Yeah, I brought that for you. That's pride of a man. Say, damn, you look beautiful. Damn, who you dressing for? You. Why? Because I bought that for you. That's right. Damn, you smelling good. Why? Because I paid that water bill. She's smelling good for you, man. Brother, you take care of her, she gonna take care of you. It's an equal trade-off. You can't just take and not give. You give, she gives back. It's a business deal. It's a business transaction. Marriage is a business transaction. Come on. So you got to be able to provide the basic necessities. Number two, now taking responsibility of a man is examining yourself. Are you part of the problem? Go to 1 Corinthians 7 verse 5. So you might not be nourishing a marriage. Because why? You're nourishing your rod. You're nourishing your hand. Pamela Henderson is interrupting the household. So a woman is stimulated sexually too, nourished. when we have sex with our wives, it brings her some type of, the word I'm looking for. It's okay, not humble. It's no, it's an emotional bond, but it's also confirmation. That's what I'm looking for. It's confirmation that you're into her. It's confirmation that you love her. It's confirmation that you're not looking at other women, that she's desired, that she's pretty to you. She's beautiful. A woman needs she needs affirmation. Constant affirmation. She needs a woman like that. Yo, how do I look? Because she dressed for you. Yo, you never tell me I'm beautiful. You don't take me out, nothing. She needs that. That's how she's made. That's her nature. So sex is confirmation. Read that, 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 5. And you wonder why she's angry. That's another reason why she's angry. Because you're not nourishing the marriage with sex. 1 Corinthians 7, verse 5.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 5. Defraud ye not one the other.
Don't defraud one another when it comes to sex. Read.
Except it be with consent for a time.
Except it be with consent for a time. Not consent, hey, babe, listen. I can't have sex with you because I beat everything, sperm cell out of my body. Or I have ED, erectile dysfunction. What is dysfunction?
Bruh.
I can't get it up because I watch so much porn that I can't even look at you sexually. I can't get it up naturally because it's unnatural. Baby, give me 7 days. 7 days for a woman's period.
Bruh.
7 days for a man's ejaculation period. Give me 7 days of my uncleanness.
What?
So that I could get my life back. 7 days of period, 7 days of ED.
Y'all all right?
You got
Hell
sick.
no.
Hey, this is after hours. Right. Level up. Don't have your kids around me. Too patient. All right. So you got to nourish the marriage. If you're watching porn, that takes away that nourishment part. That takes away that confirmation, that affirmation. And it creates that anger within her because she's looking at you like, yo, you don't even love me. You don't look at me. You don't desire me sexually. You don't desire me in general. You hate me. Brother, you could, and she's wondering, and she started looking at herself, damn, now, why do you think the women want BBLs? Why do you think they want breast implants? Why do you think they dress like the whores? Because they think that's what you want, because that's what you watch. Because that's what you want, because you are a whoremonger. So they dress or act the way what they think that you want as a man. So they're trying to reflect what you desire. And you tell them, oh, no, I don't want that. No, but that's what you're showing. So you're creating turmoil within a woman's mind. Sirach 26, verse 6.
Sirach chapter 26, verse 6.
Come on.
But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman.
A grief of heart and sorrow is another woman that's jealous over another woman. You don't think a woman gets jealous when you watch porn? When you look at other women, when she's just staring on going to online dating sites? She gets jealous. She said, why does he do that with me? Why does he desire me? When you pay for prostitutes, why don't you use that money for me? I could dress nice for you. You don't think a woman gets jealous over that? And jealousy creates sorrow and grief? Come on.
And a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all.
And a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with... Brother, we got to stop being selfish. It's not about just your rod, man. It's about family. It's about nationhood. We got to stop being selfish and learn how to discipline ourselves. Sirach 27, verse 3.
Sirach chapter 27, verse 3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown.
And eventually, if you don't hold yourself diligently in the fear of God's, keeping God's commandment, watching porn, sleeping with prostitutes, going online and watching dating sites, paying for prostitutes, whatever the case may be, brothers, your house is going to be what?
Shall soon be overthrown.
Your house is soon going to be overthrown. You're going to lose your family. You're going to lose your wife. You're going to lose your life. And even when it comes to porn, some women can't even handle that much. They say, yo, I don't want to be with you anymore. You keep watching porn. You're breaking up the marriage. We got to stop being selfish and think about just stimulating our own desires and pleasures and needs. It's not about you, brothers. It's not about your rod. It's about family. It's about building a strong nation. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 9. Another Thing is, are you taking her out? Are you spending some quality time? Yes, we have a lot of works within this truth. We have a lot of responsibilities, but there has to be a balance. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 9.
Ecclesiastes.
Yes, thank you.
Chapter 9, verse 9.
Come on.
Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest.
Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all thy days. There's small things in life. A little movie, a little walk, communication. You know, take her out for dinner, a little vacation, travel. Do something nice. Talk. What do you like to do? Talk about it. Take your wife out, brother. It's got to be a balance. You marry her. You just can't be selfish. So I got to do work all day. Yeah, but you marry her. So what about her? You leave her in the house all day to just by herself. Now, what if your wife is a demon? Hebrews 13, verse 16.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 16.
What if she's a demon? Come on.
But to do good and to communicate, forget not.
Abraham commanded his household. So you got to communicate the things that she's going off for. You be like, yo, you got to just sit her down. Listen, Sirach 9, verse 15. Communicate is to do good. Communicate with where she's going off. Hey, listen, you're not acting like a righteous woman. You ain't acting like the daughter of Sarah. You acting like a demon. You have the spirit. I told you, dude, you always got a response. You always do this. Are you trying to make it work, or are you trying to break up the household? Are you really my wife, or are you just here for strife? Which one is it? Come on.
Sirach chapter 9, verse 15.
Come on.
Let thy talk be with the wise.
Read.
And all thy communication in the law of the Most High.
When you communicate with your wife, show her where she's going according to the law. Remember, the Bible is a mediator. The Bible is what's going to bring us together, not your opinions. Our opinions and the way we went about things didn't work in the world. Shouting and screaming. No, the scripture says, let your communication be in the laws of God. Learn how to communicate effectively through the laws of God. Come, last scripture. Now, let's see. Another way is get 2 Samuel 6, verse 21. Now, another thing, if she's really a demon, brothers, if you got to take it to the next level, and she's a righteous woman, and she's going off, remember, a woman's desire is to please her husband. A righteous woman's desire is to please her husband. Even women in the world, she wants to please her husband, and usually women please their husband with food and sex. She knows that. What does she say? The way to a man's heart is through her stomach and through the other part. That's what women, the grandmothers speak wisdom to the daughter. They say, listen, make sure he's fed, make sure he's empty. So if she's a demon, brothers, take away what her desire. Her desire is to please a man. Take away her ability to please a man. 2 Samuel chapter 6, verse 21.
2 Samuel chapter 6, verse 21. And David said unto Michal, it was before the Lord, which chose me before thy father and before all his house, to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord, over Israel. Therefore will I play before the Lord.
Come on.
And I will yet be more vile than thus.
Come on.
And will be base in mine own sight.
Come on.
And of the maidservants which thou hast spoken of them shall I be had in honor.
The woman should always know you could always be, the Most High could always replace you. He could get rid of you and replace you. If you don't want to have me in honor, you don't want to respect me as a husband, you don't want to follow my lead, you don't want to submit in my house, so you want to be a demon, the Lord will get rid of you. And God will have other women that desire me. Come on.
Therefore, Michal, the daughter of Saul, had no child until the day of her death.
He took away the desire of a woman is to have a child to the day of her death. That's what David did. He said, oh, you want to disrespect? David wanted to say, okay, you want to disrespect me? No child for the rest of your life. Meaning he didn't deal with her sexually. If she's that much of a demon, why are you having sex with her? I'm not having sex with a demon that doesn't listen with me. As a matter of fact, I don't want you to cook for me. I don't want anything for you. Be gone. We're not talking. We have nothing to do until you learn how to submit. Until you learn how to follow my lead and respect me as a man, there's nothing that you could do for me. And eventually, we're going to have to separate. Eventually, listen, if I got to stay unmarried, as the scripture says, then I got to stay unmarried. You go to your household, you go to your father's house, and I'll stay where I'm staying. Oh, you want to keep the house? Fine. I ain't paying the bills.
That's
You
right.
can have the house. I'll get my own place. I ain't paying the bills. Shoot, I'll go to Africa. Shoot, Trump is deporting anybody anyway. I'm pretty sure he'll freely get me up. You won't get a dime for me. I go to one of those countries or islands, I liquidate all my assets, I'm out. And I'll live free, charge. That's it. You want to go that far? I'll go that far. You brothers got to be able to go that far. If your wife's a demon, you got to take it to that level. I don't want sex from you. I don't want food from you. I don't want nothing from you. If it gets to that level that you're destruction, matter of fact, stay home. I'm taking all your responsibility for the congregation. You can't even be amongst the people for now. If it gets so bad, listen, I'm sending you back to your parents' house. Go. When you come home, I come home, get your stuff. Get it stepping. I'm taking all your stuff out, I'm throwing it out. You gotta go. I'm bringing it to your father's house. You gotta go. You brothers better stand on your square and stop playing around. You're men of the Lord. So step your game up, brothers. Man up, mother.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brother, be strong.